Hi beautiful people, my name is Jimmy from the Webonaut. I hope you're doing good. Welcome back to the channel. Today in this video, we're going to take a look at the plugin called Bitform from BitApp. They're the sponsor of this video, so without further ado, let's just dive in. First, you will have to install the free version of the plugin because yes, this version comes with a free and a pro version. You can go to add a plugin and then look on the search bar here to have the Bitform. Once you found it, you can just click on install now and activate it. As you can see, mine is already done. Once you've done this, it's time for you to upload the pro version. Go to your BitApps account and just download the version you just purchased. Once you have it installed, then you can activate it. To connect your license, you're not going to need the license key that appears on your BitApps account. You will just have to go to your plugin settings and there you will be prompted to connect your BitApp account. Once this is done, you have access to all the pro features. Once installed and activated, you will see on the left-hand side a little section called Bitform Pro. You can click on it. Here you can see all forms and you can see for the moment I have one form, but for you, if it's the first time, you will have just a little illustration, a couple of text, and you will have a button to create your first form. But first, before we go into creating a form, we're just going to check at the menu here on the top bar. And you have here form templates. This is pretty cool. You have 32 templates made out of the box and you have some basic templates, some booking templates, business operations, education, feedback, payments, and WP Auth. For people not knowing what WP Auth means, it means that you, for example, can create a login form or let people register on your website through a form. So that's pretty nice. So in the next part, we have app settings. It comes as well with a lot of different settings. First and foremost, here you have the global settings for your validation error and invalid message. That means that anything you change here will reflect in the front end when someone makes a mistake. Therefore, you can change it here. But the good thing is you can also change it directly into each field so you have different messages depending on what you want to show to people. Then you have the CAPTCHA where you can connect Google version 2 or 3. Then you can connect as well Turnstile or HCAPTCHA. And then after we can go to the payment methods. And this is pretty cool nowadays in a form plugin to have the payment methods because it allows you to accept payments straight away in your form without having to go anywhere else or install WooCommerce or anything like this. So you have PayPal, Razorpay, Stripe, and Molly. Then in the integration, you can integrate your form with more than 50 different services. That is very nice. And there is no third-party plugin needed for that. Then you can connect your Google Ads if you want. Then you have the SMTP. Here we have the PDF global settings. You can change, for example, the different sizes of the paper of your PDF, the orientation, the font family, the font size, etc., etc. And then you have CPTs here and API. Now we're going to go on to create a form. So click here on the top right corner and create a form. And we're going to go use a blank template. Click on this. You can see this blank canvas. And here in the middle is where all the magic's going to happen. On the left-hand side, you have all the fields that are offered to you. And there is a lot. The most interesting being, of course, the currency, GDPR agreement, and the advanced file upload, but obviously you have all the main ones such as select, radio button, checkbox, dropdown, etc., etc. For today, we're going to keep it as a very simple form. We're just going to click here on first name and it adds automatically on our blank canvas. You do the same with last name and we're going to put the multi-line text. Let's click on first name. When you click on first name, as you can see on the right-hand side, you have a lot of options that are appearing. So we have the field key. We have the name, so we can change this to first name. And the cool thing is that when you type and you actually type a space, underscore is created. Pretty nice to escape errors. Then we have the label, which you can change. We have the subtitle. Really like that function. It adds a little text under the first name. So let's say we could put here, what's your name? Then we have the admin label. Let's say you want it in the backend called differently. You can do so by changing it here. You can also change the size and the position. That's pretty much what we did earlier by dragging it. And you have much more options right there. And this happens for every single field. If you would want to add a step to that form, you would simply click here right next to step 1. You have a little plus icon plus a add step text. You can click on that. And as you can see, you have a step header, you have a progress bar, and you have a previous and next button. This is also customizable, and you can decide whether or not you want them to appear. This can be controlled from the right-hand side right there. For this example, we're not going to use the steps, but of course, this is a great option to have. Let's click on first name. And if we go here on the top left corner, you have fields, but you can also click here on style. There is a lot of customization options available for you. And the good thing is when you click on this little icon, it actually shows you what it's going to be targeting. Here we are in the common elements, so it's going to be styling every element globally, but you could decide to individually customize elements. So you can just see here, this is just going to be targeting the first name. I love that option because it makes you understand exactly what you're going to be styling, which is really nice. And once you click on there, for example, you have all the different possibilities here on the side. So you can just click here, for example, if we would want to change this error message, override from theme style, and then here you can change the background color to whatever else, the text color to something else. It's very simple. Update your form and you're good to go. And once you style something, you have a little dot appearing right here showing you that you actually have a style that's overriding your theme style. So if one day you're lost and you don't know where this change is coming from, just come here and check if you have this little dot that will show you if yes or no you have some styling on this element specifically. We're going to disable that for now, and we are going to take a look at the top menu here. As you can see, we have three different options. We have the builder, the entries, and the settings. So we're going to click on entries. I don't have any entries, but if you would have so, here would appear all the submissions you would have for your form. So let's say once someone fills the form, it appears right there. And here as well, there is different options for you to be able to control it. So you can create filters, you can view analytics reports, you can export it, you can select entries between dates. It's pretty flexible, which is great when you have a lot of submissions in a form. And here we have the settings. Settings, so much to cover. We're going to go through the main ones. Here you have the main settings of your form. Let's say you decide to allow your form to be filled per IP address, not more than once. You can just do so by toggling this button here. And this happens for all the options you see on the screen. Enable reCAPTCHA, honeypot trap for both, etc., etc. There is a lot of safety in that part, which is really cool. Then you have the confirmation. If you have the success error messages, you can change it here or redirect to another page. Any good form plugin would have some conditional logic. So you could just click here and decide to show the success message for a specific reason, but you can also add your own conditional logic and see all the options that you have. I love how clear it is to see what you're doing. If then that system works for everyone, and it makes it very easy to understand what we're doing. On the next one, we have the email templates. You could create an email template from there. Next part, those are the integration we spoke about earlier. For an abandonment, that's if someone stops filling the form and just abandon it, then you can see some actions that are available for you here. Data view and edits, conversational form, landing form, PDF template, which is nice because here you can set up your different templates. So you can just create a new PDF template this way. Very straightforward. You have the double opt-in function, WP auth, where you can set up everything right here. So we're going to update our form, and to publish it, you just click on publish. And when clicking on it, there is this little pop-up window that appears, and you can copy paste this shortcode and add it to your page. In my case, I'm using bricks, so we're going to add a shortcode, but let's just show you something. If you put here short in order to have the shortcode, you see that you have a bitform element as well. So we can just click on that one. And once we click on this one, click on the settings, we have a form list, and we can just decide to connect our form. And here we have our form. So we're just going to go here, save the draft, go in the front end, and we're just going to fill it in. So we're just going to put Jimmy T, and submit. Successfully submitted. So we're going to go into the backend, and I spoke to you about the entries earlier. So let's see the entries right there. And here it is. It has the status of unread because we did not read it yet. So we're just going to click on it. And it opens here a little drawer where you have every single information for that submission. Also, you have the refer URL, so where the form was, Then you have the device where it's used on, the IP address, and when it's been created, eventually modified. It is super powerful and it allows you to really create almost any forms you want. So my final thought, I really think it's a great plugin. It's lightweight, it's fast, it's simple, it's flexible in terms of customization, the number of fields that you have, but also all the payment methods, etc. So I would encourage you to have a look at it. There is a link in the description. This is not an affiliate link, but thank you so much for BitApps for sponsoring this video. And until the next time, guys, stay sexy, keep spreading love, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.